That's the way we do. We do.
I start casting on something because I always con them now. It says Scowls, and by the time it lands, oh, it's protected.
Yeah. Well.
Who's got what charmed?
I'm about to charm this one that's hitting me.
I'm on a lava beetle. That helps.
Dude, that's the only way we can do damage is if we charm.
Yeah, we don't got a lot of DPS.
That's slowed already. I think the kobold and whoever's got the other lava beetle.
Okay, I'm doing the cobalt right now.
Okay. When you go to break it, give me a heads up and I'll target and switch.
I'm gonna keep them until we get these beetles dead.
Okay.
You guys want a 46 druid?
There's a 46 druid on us. Hmm? Hmm?
I don't know. Maybe.
See what I did there?
Alright, I'll tell them to come to Royals.
Hey.
Oh, great. Did you just charm that?
Probably.
I did like
what you're talking about.
I did like the scene in Ragnarok with Doctor Strange. I thought they could have done a little bit more with that.
Yeah. Well, they kind of developed more of that later.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it. I'm just saying, like, I like the scene. I thought it could have been longer, for sure. I like Doctor Strange as a character.
I mean, I'm not giving, you're not giving away too much detail when you talk about like the Avengers movie.
You're saying as in Doctor Strange was even in the movie at all.
They showed it in the preview. Like that was one of the big selling points. Yeah, it was one of the big selling points.
Yeah, it was a preview.
Yeah.
Actually, it was at the end of Doctor Strange.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'll have to rewatch that tonight then because I don't remember that.
There's two post-credit scenes in Doctor Strange.
Hmm.
You gotta have the DVDs for the bonus content of that?
Have it in the theaters.
Probably. I don't know.
They might have it on Netflix. Sometimes they put that stuff in there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you have it from any source that you're watching it, as long as it goes all the way to the end credits, you should be good.
I do like when Netflix gives you the option to skip past like intros.
The intros.
Yeah,
I wish to do that now.
I wish they'd give you the option to like, oh, there's a end game or end credit scene. Skip to it, you know. Because I don't watch credits all the way through on most movies, and a lot more movies are starting to put those end credits.
There's some that I've watched just because their end credits were actually pretty awesome.
If they throw something in there that keeps it funny, like outtakes of the movie or something along those lines, something for me to watch or listen to other than the words that are on the screen that nobody, unfortunately, I mean, I'm not trying to give them a hard time. You made a really good movie, but nobody really wants to see it.
Nobody cares about it.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
Nobody wants to see your name. Which is horrible, but it is what it is.
I think the best part about Justice League was the end credit scene.
Justice League. Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
I haven't seen it either. I don't plan on it early.
I'm not running anything for you.
Not a big DC fan.
I'm just not sure how I feel about it.
I mean, after the Suicide Squad, I wouldn't blame you.
See, I like Suicide Squad though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you like all the characters, or did you feel like? Oh, because they killed off one of them so quickly. It kind of like in an anticlimactic way too. It was just kind of like, boom, you're dead.
I mean, think about it though. What did he use?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a great superhero.
That's his purpose.
Yeah,
that's his purpose. Get in there and eat the harm. He's a ranger, basically.
Yeah.
Show that the situation is deadly. Wear that red shirt.
Go eat the death touch. Go.
Oh man, I've eaten my fair share of death touches on Agnar doing that.
I bet you have.
All because of stupid range, or no wait, all because of stupid SK or Paladin wouldn't snap it off in time. Shame.
Yeah, the enemies Harm Touch and Death Touch are a lot more powerful than the Shadow Knights as a player. It seems so unfair.
Well, we would always leave it. We would have
two
like
or three mobs in the hallway there.
Okay. Well, we did it. We'd always have
2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
They're fighting each other.
We would always have 2 warriors and then like each raid group would have a raid force, because we'd split raid, would be 3 paladins and at least 2 shadow knights, and their job was specifically to eat death touches, the shadow knights and paladins.
I've seen enchanters say, "Hey, I'll eat it." Okay.
Well, that's after for Plains of Sky. That's
Yeah.
after Island 4. They would definitely we would always have enchanters, unless they had a pet. They would always eat the death touch, the initial one.
Yep. Like the Pegasus or something like that. I forget.
Keeper of Souls.
Yeah.
Is that for a reason or just for luck?
No, it's for a reason. You want them to eat the initial death touch, so that way the warrior can grab it and build their threat before the next death touch, and then have a paladin or a shadow knight, because they have spells, and shadow knights primarily for the harm touch, and paladins for their stun spells, can pull the aggro right off a warrior pretty decently.
Why not just have multiple shadow knights?
Not enough. They don't have the defense or HP to really withstand the fight. You're talking these mobs are hitting for easily 800 apiece.
No, I just meant for that initial death touch that the enchanter's getting.
Oh, because the enchanter's worthless.
He's not gonna do anything in that fight?
They do nothing in the fight.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
they buff the folks beforehand, and then Keeper Cells is pretty magic immune. Same thing with mages. I always volunteer when we're up there.
Yeah. Shadow Knights, Paladins, they're still viable.
Right.
DPS and whatnot.
Sister Spire, when we were doing her, we would use a wizard, because after Island 4 or 5, everything's spell immune. So wizards, mages, mages are still good because they have their pets that can at least do some damage, but everybody else is worthless.
Well, mod rods too help in depending on which fight you're doing. If your guild needs them still, mod rods don't really get used too much in Sky.
Was mod rods? Mod rods weren't a part of classic EQ though in vanilla.
Not
It wasn't
vanilla.
until
Kunark.
Kunark that they came out. So when I was there, I didn't do any raiding in Kunark. I just did
Oh, you just did classic.
yeah. I had some
Fun.
things happen. I was just like, I don't know about that. You know how much time I put into it, and then especially for my guild. And then I told them I got my new job, but I wasn't going to be able to raid unless we moved raid times to a later time, and they said they weren't going to do that. But then they told me they wanted me to get back my Cloak of Flames that we got.
Oh, that's
no.
BS, dude.
Yeah, they're like, well, because it's no drop, and we ask anybody who says they can't raid anymore with us or leaving the game, whatever, to give it back to the guild so another warrior can use it. Mind you, this is after Kunark dropped, and within a week, every single warrior tank in our guild already had a Cloak of Flames within the week. Because almost every single dragon in Kunark drops it.
Has a chance, yeah. It's on the loot table.
That sounds a little bit like greed to me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You guys actually might know the bard who was leading the raids in my guild at the time. He used to play on P99.
Oh yeah.
Was he in TMO?
I don't know what he was in. He went by Tiggles.
Yep.
That's TMO, isn't it? Or Rampage?
I was going to ask, was it Forsaken or Rampage?
Did you give him the cloak or no?
No. Because I flat out told him, I was like, I really don't see why I need to get this up when I spent we would do non-raids, so we would go to open world Sky because on the Agnar, because at the time they actually had the Agent of Change, which is your actual raid for your guild, but it made it so everybody has a chance at the content, especially with that many people being on the server. We would go to open Sky, which means we would take groups of we'd take 3-4 groups up the Sky and get people keyed up, because Island 4 is a chokehold. So it's a funneling point where you can only get maybe 5-6 keys to go up to the next island.
Right.
And originally, go ahead and key a whole guild takes weeks if you do it just as raids. So I was one of the main tanks that would go up there almost daily to tank the stuff so we can get people keyed.
Well, and I think once you earn something in a guild, it's yours. It shouldn't be asked for it back unless you were just borrowing it.
They just had some. His guild had some different rules, though. If it was anything that was no drop, and you got something that was an upgrade, they expected you to give the item that you replaced to the guild to use somewhere else. All sorts of different stuff.
They didn't
their
require
mindset.
it, they asked it, but it wasn't like required.
No, not required, but they were like, "Well, you earned it. You earned it during the raid. We expect you to give it back because you're helping the raid out." I'm like,
Yeah, we want you to pay it forward, is kind of like thing.
Weren't you in Ko's guild?
Mm-hmm.
Did they ask that of Ko whenever he left?
I doubt it.
I don't know. They had a falling out.
It's probably why. Getting too greedy with the loot. Now, I've been in guilds before, and a lot of the time when they get something, they're offer to give up what they have, but it shouldn't be like mandatory.
But you should know, Ko's not going to stick around in that game for very long, anyways.
No.
He is a what is the word I'm thinking of here? Jeez,
Very
he's a variety
Twitcher.
streamer. He's a variety streamer.
Yeah.
He's not sticking with one game. He's flavor of the month, or what am I getting paid to stream?
Yeah.
Well, he was playing. He was doing raids and playing without streaming it and stuff like that. He did do a couple of streams here and there.
Yes.
But they kind of told him that they're not going to help him out anymore when it came to the VP keys because he didn't want to go camp the keys parts.
Right.
He kind of wanted them to do it for him.
And that was, I mean, you're not that famous.
Yeah.
It depends on how many people he's bringing into the guild.
It does. He brought in so many people.
We had to separate the guild. We had to create two guilds. We had a casual guild, which is where like everybody's alts were and stuff like that, where people who didn't want to raid or weren't to be able to raid, and then we had the raid core, which even still with the raid core, we had enough to outfit 2 almost full raids every time we did a raid.
The raid core guild was almost at max capacity, was it not?
There is no max capacity, but we were at like 200 to 300 in that when I left, and then before we even separated, our guild was 3,000 to 4,000 people.
I thought EQ had a max capacity in the guild, or a max capacity that you could see, or something like that.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Ugh.
But yeah, that's how many people we had in there. Like there was a lot of people in there.
Yeah, I think Live always had it where you could see everybody. It's only P99 that cuts the list.
Well, could you
P99 cuts the list if you're not
things of a raid zone.
Charts.
Yeah, sure.
That's what the Agent of Change does. But not every single zone, though. Not every single raid.
Well, I think once they got to that size, they probably felt like they could do anything, and they didn't realize that he's bringing on all these people. They got too big for their britches, I guess.
The guild grew fast.
I mean, you got to look at it from his point of view. If he's streaming or doing all these other video games, he doesn't have time to get the sleeper tier and all that other stuff. But if he shows it off, that's more advertisement for you.
I mean, he was pulling in when he did stream it, when it first like Agnar dropped and everything like that. He pulled in his stream alone almost 9,000 people watching him play Everquest.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, dude.
Yeah, and I mean, like I can see both sides of it. I can see like the guild's frustration with that. Like, no, we're not going to help you. You got to put some effort into it yourself. But then, like, I also see his side of it. Like, he's streaming 8 hours a day. He's working. He has a wife. He has a kid. Like, he wants to be a part of it. So, like,
the streaming is his job too.
Yeah.
And
so
without
it's like, where does the line get drawn for this? I mean, personally, they probably should have drawn the line a little bit sooner. But
yeah, by that time it was too late.
Yeah.
I mean, because you gotta think too. If it wasn't for him streaming, would the guild have existed?
No, and it wouldn't have been that big for sure.
No, definitely not. You wouldn't have that good core of people that are still there. I have people who will hit me up on Twitch every so often and be like, "Are you gonna come back? Are you gonna come back? We really miss you. We want you to come back." And I'm just like, I don't know.
I'm glad you're not there anymore.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take a break.
I tried to play over there, dude, and I couldn't get into it.
I mean, I was able to get into it because
didn't I actually start over there whenever you were there?
Yeah.
As an ogre, and then it was like what, a day or two?
Yeah.
And he's already level
50.
You had a lot of like internet issues too at the same time, which made it hard.
Yeah.
Because you kept disconnecting.
Yeah, it just it was not fun for me. And they didn't change anything back to its original state.
Yeah, the classic state, so the zones were changed and stuff.
The only quote-unquote classic part was
locking down zones. Yeah, because even the spells weren't. I mean, you got spells every level. Yeah.
If I could, I mean, I would love to pick your brain about how was the actual instance, you know, switching back and forth between them, because I've heard both sides. I heard some people say it was horrible, people were taking every camp. I've also heard people saying it wasn't really that bad.
I mean, it's just like anything, it's a double-edged sword with that. I mean, me personally, I enjoyed it because it allowed multiple people to get to the same camp and still get the same type of loot without restricting or funneling and driving the prices of items way up there. So it helps, you know, the economy in that sense by the fact of not everything's going to be as pricey. But at the same time, you did have people who would go in there and, especially mage bots, they would go into, say, Lower Guk, go to the Lord area, and then pop one mage into one area and then go to another pick and go to they'd have multiple mages and multiple picks to go ahead and camp that same mob and create it so nobody else can get it.
Well, no, the one thing I heard people were doing, which annoyed people, is say you were camping the Lord or the King or whatever mob that you were going after. When you killed that mob, it was like a 35-minute pop before he would show up again. You would change instances, go into one that somebody else is already camping, steal that one because you're more powerful, and then switch back. And they keep doing that through all the instances and just ticking people off constantly.
There was a few. I personally never ran into it, maybe one time. But outside of that, we really didn't run into that too often when I was playing. It's, I mean, just like any game, you're gonna have toxic people that are like that.
Right. No, because I wasn't there. I was just going by what people were saying. It sounded like that was rampant on the server, and it was really happening quite a bit. Plus, you guys...
You're hearing it based off of how many people were playing at the time, too, man.
Yeah.
When the server first came out, people were going nuts.
Yeah, guys.
There were people everywhere.
And there's no play nice policy on that server either. So it's not like you can go complain to a GM and be like, this guy's trolling me a little bit. It's just kind of like, deal with it.
Yeah, the GMs, they didn't really monitor too much, I don't think.
That's too much money, dude. I don't know if they still have the same program in effect that they used to, but if you wanted to be a guide on EQ, you couldn't play on the same server that you had a character made. But if you did do the guide, you got your Everquest subscription for free. So you're kind of earning your keep a little bit. I don't know if they still do that anymore.
We'll pay you $15 a month.
And you got to spend at least 20 hours.
A week.
Yeah. So it was totally worth it.
But that's not even minimum wage.
No, it's not.
Like pennies per hour.
But if you like the game, being a guide would allow you to go to any zone and look around. You could go to the Sleeper's Tomb and you could get a feel for where the mobs were at. You could see what their loot table was that day. It didn't do anything for your server, but it would give you an idea of like how often they drop certain things.
Oh, that's why I can't do mana.
Why's that?
Because he's doing restoration. They don't stack.
I'm good.
DC animation is a lot better. I would agree. Some of the Batman movies that are animated were amazing.
Oh, the new 52 series that they're running from the animated studios is really, really good.
Yeah.
Me likey.
If they could bring over the writers and directors from that, we might have a good DC movie.
All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, welcome back, dude.
Don't let it happen again, dude.
Sorry, I had to get headphones for my wife.
Oh.
She's playing Sims.
The original?
Which one?
Sims 4.
Oh, okay.
She's telling me not to tell you guys. I'm sorry. That's a secret, everybody, that my wife plays Sims 4.
It's a good game. I played it myself.
She's laughing.
Do you have the expansion where you can,
you're laughing.
where you can make your own business?
Hold on. Let me find out what expansion she has. What expansions do you have, babe? We just bought her one. I can't remember. We bought her City Living. And do you have the one where they can create their business and stuff? She has the work one.
Nice.
No. Clarity's gone.
They agree with your choice. Expansions.
Yeah. I made an iPad's or what do you call it? Like an Apple store in the game. And I'd rather work in that game than actually own a business.
Well, I won't tell you her true secret then.
Why?
Is she a writer and a painter?
It's a gardener. She's actually a secret agent.
No, she's an artist.
If only we had a druid to snare this stuff.
I know, right? God, he's such a...
I've been snared sometimes. I mean,
we got 2 bards.
I've been thinking about adding in a damage shield. Or not a damage shield, but a damage song. Words.
Man, 14% into level already.
I'm in level 50 and it's taking forever.
Did you level already tonight, Shiva?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't even see that. Sorry.
It's because you don't read.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
what
I can't deny
tell
it.
her she needs to take some cough syrup, and she'll be good to go.
Oh, I don't know if you want to let her know we can hear her. She might get self-conscious.
Oh, she can't hear what you guys are saying. I have you guys gone through my headset.
So, where your mistresses? Is that what's going on? Is a secret?
Yes, that's it.
Lava dick crawler.
Now she says we gotta stop talking about her guys.
Want to switch the target there?
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Is that charm going?
Oh, well, they're both slowed.
Oh, all right.
No! Bad me.
Did you try to charm it?
No, I took my attack off. My auto attack off of my actual hotbar.
We could let you guys charm both of them, and then you guys could duel each other.
No. No, thank you. I'm not good at that. It's not.
That'd be painful to watch.
I don't know how that would work, because one of you would have to leave the zone, I think, to break the duel.
The duel would go like this. I sick my pet on him. He sicks his pet on me. Who has more hit points? He does. I die. Fun's over.
I'm cool with that.
No.
I'm willing to sacrifice for it. Just saying.
Okay. All right. Now then, let's switch that around. Let me get on my rogue, and I backstab him. He puts his pet on me. I have more hit points than his pet can do to me. I kill both of them.
I don't know if you can backstab him if he doesn't turn his back to you.
I don't have to backstab him.
Expo facto.
I have 40% haste.
He switches.
And just melts your face.
Do what now?
That's a lot of switching.
He switches to his ranger and just melts your face.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's. I mean, if we're going hardcore like that, I'm just saying. But bard to bard, he wins.
Oh, you got the advantage in levels.
Levels don't matter when you have gear. This is a shell that looks awesome with the shiny $2,000 or $20,000 20K
BP
flat breastplate, but what the shell is holding has nothing behind it.
It's made out of jello.
It's a mask. It's a fashion quest worth a whole lot of money.
Hey, so I got a question in game. Someone wants to know how many people in the call are drunk, and I replied back, I don't think anybody's actually drinking.
Nope.
So
I had 2 beers, so no.
We might sound stupid. In other words, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not drunk.
I mean,
I'm
my
not
wife
drinking.
did just call us a bunch of weirdos.
I'm just smoking. That's about it.
Oh, damn you, him of restoration.
I know. Take
sorry.
No, it's not that. Actually, it's the boil blood. Boil blood won't let me use my my funky staff. That sucks.
How many times do we gotta tell this given person that somebody's at Royals?
Think he is after the Targan.
Well, we can go. We're no longer
There's
in
no
the-
way.
How about you switch to a damage song instead of the heal song?
Play the mana song.
I haven't been playing to him.
Well, I'm playing the actual hit point mana song. I could change the pulse if you want.
No, I stopped playing to him.
Okay. Yeah, I just throw in a target damage over time.
If this dude's after target, he's after it for somebody else because he's a shaman.
He had somebody with him earlier, but maybe I'm thinking of a different guy.
Yeah, he keeps asking me.
Maybe a
Well,
different
not
guy.
keeps asking me, but he asked me if we could let him know whenever we're done, and I'm like, it might be a while.
Yeah, he might just be kind of killing solo until the room opens up. Probably easier to do that with a shaman than a monk. I mean, guess depending on what level.
When do we get mana tap? I've been waiting for that.
Not until your 50s.
I feel like the last 4 levels have been pointless as far as
Welcome
songs
to the
go.
life of a druid.
Well, I'm talking about for the bard. Like we've gotten 3 damage or haste in the last 5 levels, and they all can't stack with each other, and they all just give 1 minor difference between them. It's just, come on.
I mean, I'm a druid that's had the same healing spell since level, like, 29.
Yeah, but you're
so.
you're a druid. I mean, it's not even like you're a
But see,
shaman or
druids
anything.
should have more heals, though.
Dude, shaman has the same heal at the same level.
I
What
know,
the f- are you talking about?
But I mean,
But, I mean, shaman gets a little bit more beneficial. They get a slow, they get a haste, and they get a lot more buffs.
You guys get evacs, man.
I mean, if you want to go to,
there's
like,
more
North
than that.
Corona,
Yeah,
more
but it
than
gets
that.
you out of
I
like a
mean,
tough situation if you're in a group.
How much actual healing are you having to do with us?
I mean, right now I'm at 38% mana.
Okay. I'll switch out. You want to do villas? Did you say you were already doing it? I can switch to 2 mana songs.
I've got the Cassandra's Chant of Clarity going, and that seems to stack with everything else.
Yeah, that's wait a minute. Yeah,
That
that's
is
the
the
mana
20.
pulse. That's the mana pulse. So I'll stick with the villas then. I've just been lazy. I haven't been wanting to twist my weapon, and so I'm just using my offhand.
Lazy SOB.
Hey,
Yeah,
sitting
shaman's at the
over there,
target for
not
somebody
doing
else.
any damage over times or anything like that. You know how I had a friend, Jody, I think his name was. It's been a long time since I've talked to him, but he's the one who got me into Everquest, and he never played his druid as a healing druid. He played his druid as a DPS class. His
Corvellis, right?
What was the
Yeah.
what? Do what?
That's Hydros.
Corvellis. That's Hydros.
I sounds like Hydros, but he specialized in evocation, and I don't know how many evocation spells druids get, but I thought dots were all Conjuration.
Not the fire base. Not the fire based ones. Fire based evocation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Immolate, that's a evocation, and like your direct damage spells are. But like this is the problem that I have with it. Druids are considered a priest class. Same with shaman. So if you're a priest, you should have a few more healing spells, and not have just one spell from level 29 all the way up.
Yeah.
Hey,
I understand that.
Can you heal? You can heal, right?
I mean, yeah.
Stop bitching.
Well, you know why? You know why
that's what
you
you
have
call.
that is because, well, I mean, it's built around the fact that from that point on, you should be able to be doing quad kiting till you get your new spell.
Yeah, but quad kiting I don't really believe was a thing in classic vanilla.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how my friend leveled. That's why his evocation was his specialization.
That's how I leveled with my my wizard too.
2 mobs over here, lulling. 3 mobs, maybe? Yeah, 3 mobs. Stupid. So sick. Crap. Person. Come on, Kobold. God, silent.
You're having some issues over there.
Hey, I know I have issues. Don't gotta tell me nothing about that. I got that down. Incoming. Oh, two mobs.
I think there's 3.
Well, the pet. We could charm the a shaman so that the pet would die.
You're welcome to if you want. I think it's already been slowed.
Done.
You charmed it?
For a second here. There it goes. He's uncharmed.
Okay. Well, now I switch back to him. Nope,
Yeah,
he's charmed.
you know. Welcome to the House of Bards.
I think next level I get superior healing though.
That one is very mana inefficient. It's a beast.
Yeah. But it's better than the one that you currently have. Huh?
Yeah, the one I have now does like 300 hit points.
But I mean,
And on a
let's-
warrior, that's nothing.
Yeah, but it's
I
still
don't know
better to use
how-
that one than superior healing if you have the time.
Oh yeah,
I
if you have
was
the
gonna-
time, it's not too bad. But
I was gonna say I don't know how druids work, but with the cleric, I had two spells up so that I wouldn't be wasting mana.
Druid doesn't
Even-
have space for that though.
yeah, no. I mean, you kind of open up space once you get like the items like I have the hands and the arms. The
Yeah.
Elder Spiritist.
Yeah, in a group that frees up 2 slots. Honestly, yeah, but how often you click in your arms though?
I mean, right now not often because that's a long cast.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was doing like 7, AC was playing as cleric. I was doing it though.
Seb is so nice. It's gotten so easy as I've gotten higher level. Remember going in there at like level 51 and freaking out in ABC? Mobs were just too hard. We couldn't get them single. We were getting like 8 at a time and dying left and right.
I mean, that was because you had Thum with you. Let's be honest.
He got some really good armor, though. He was able to tank those mobs. Last time we went in there, he pulled like 8 mobs, and we handled it with no problem whatsoever. It was beautiful.
I mean, it really is nice to see that a warrior, once they get to that point, his health goes down so slow.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
The only time you
about
see
the
his
gear.
health... Well, yeah, that too. But the only time you see his health go down dramatically is when he gets hit with like Ice Comet or a Harm Touch or something like that.
But that's going to happen to anybody, no matter what class they are.
I mean, Ice Comet's easier to deal with, but Harm Touch, it's instant. You can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
Well, an Ice Comet will usually hit you harder than an Ice Comet. A Harm Touch will hit you harder than an Ice Comet most of the time.
Yeah, there's a few times, especially in ABC, tended to be more often than not, when he was pulling, he'd get like 2 wizards, and they'd both hit him with Ice Comet on the way back.
So I got a question for you guys. You guys were talking about superior healing earlier. Why are you guys saying it's not efficient?
Because
It's mana heavy.
yeah, it takes a lot more mana than the previous one before it.
For a cleric, that might be true, But for a druid that's been waiting so many levels at level 51, your mana pool should be more than enough to handle it.
Oh, no. You got the mana pool. What I'm saying is if you have the time, if the warrior or whatever your tank is not taking more hits, or too many hits too quickly, if you can use the smaller heal, you will stay, you know, higher in your mana pool longer.
Because, I mean, as far as efficiency-wise, superior healing still is better. You get more hit points on return for mana. But yeah, it's a, what, 200 and change?
It's 250 and 150 for greater healing.
Well,
an additional 100 mana, I don't think it's that.
If you figure out the ratio of how much healing for how much mana.
Yeah, it's more than twice the hit points.
More be twice, but
I think the thing is that no matter what spells you get, whenever you first get them, it's going to take you 5 or 10 levels before that spell isn't hurting your mana pool as much as it is once you originally get it. And that spell for a cleric hurts your mana really bad.
A lot.
Yeah, but even when I had a bigger mana pool, I usually tried to stay away from using superior
As a cleric, though, you should, in a group setting like this, you should be waiting until that warrior's all the way down below like 30% and just cast
that's
well, you don't get C heal until later on.
We get
39.
We get that spell earlier than you guys do. And when we get it, our mana pool isn't what your mana pool is when you get it.
Are you talking about superior healing or complete healing? Because druids never get complete healing.
Superior healing. We get superior healing much earlier than druids do.
You guys get like 24, don't you?
Yeah, so when we get it,
34.
our mana pool isn't what your mana pool is.
Oh yeah, and we understand that. But I mean, in another 5 levels, you guys get complete heal.
Yeah, once we get complete heal, the next great ability for us is remedy, because then we can just start healing enchanters and other classes like that from half to full.
Actually, I think there is a spell before that is the heal over time that came with Velius or something along those lines. So
it's a looted spell, and I never got it. I still don't have it to this day. I have the
Celestial healing
spell.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Celestial Healing comes in the 50s. I think there's one in the 40s.
No, 44.
No,
44? Okay.
It's 44 then 59. There's only 2 of them.
That one there is more efficient. 225 mana for 720 hit points over 24 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, the heals over time were definitely nice. They made me lazy, because then I had to use the C heal. I didn't have to make the tanks pucker their butts as much.
Yeah, but as a warrior or as a tank, you should be used to being, after level 39, used to going below 30%.
Oh, yeah. And at that point, I just got rid of superior heal altogether. I didn't even use that anymore.
Yep.
Hey, Richard, what level are you, man?
50.
Yeah. Okay. How close to 51? Not very, right?
No, I'm 36% into this level.
Tick is actually saying I'm wrong on that one. He's saying superior is more efficient on the mana, 2.3 HP for every mana versus 1.8 HP for every mana.
It is more mana efficient, but for a cleric at those lower levels, that 250 mana cost is it eats up your mana pool pretty quick.
That's breaking the bank. It feels like whenever you're that level.
You should be using almost like a complete heal anyways.
Yeah,
like oh shit, they got too low. I need to cast a big heal.
But it's not as great of a heal as some of the heals that I have now, like Divine Light. That is my go-to heal spell now. If I'm not in a group with a warrior, or I'm healing an enchanter, the enchanter gets Divine Light, and his pet always gets complete heal. I don't have any other heal spells up except for those 2.
It's a faster spell.
Yep.
But Divine Light's like in the 50s, isn't it?
It doesn't do much. It's like it's for the casters really only is all I ever use it on.
Yeah, you wouldn't
use it on a warrior, but
or any tank.
If you've just rezzed the tank, you would use it on them just to get them back to full before they start looting their gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Divine Light's level 53 spell. 2.6 hit points per mana.
I think it's all. I mean, basically, our point is, I mean, it's all relative to the level between the cleric and the druid.
Yeah.
For a druid, 51 is that turning point of, oh, thank goodness, I don't have to worry about these crappy ass little heals.
Right.
Is that
Granted,
when you get chloroplast? Or
no, 51 actually for us is superior healing.
Yeah.
oh, really?
Chloroblast is 54.
Wow, that's crazy.
Does that sound right?
53, I thought, but
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, because I think before, the 50s, they didn't want druids to really be even in the same category as the cleric. They gave the clerics the most heals in the game.
Well,
And
which is
they kind of
fine,
changed that
but-
later on to...
Chloroblast is 55.
I'm glad they gave druids more heals, because there was never enough clerics to go around. And you did
Well,
kind
that
of need
too,
backup.
and yeah, exactly. I mean, when I'm looking at it as, okay, so, clerics are the ultimate healing class. Cool. Okay, so they get superior healing at level 34.
Right.
You're looking at druids and shamans who aren't even getting it until the next expansion that came out. Like, that's a massive gap. It almost made so, like, when I was doing Agnar, druids and raids were, like, irrelevant. Like, they didn't do anything. Except
you get us there, and that's it.
And even half the time getting us there, that you can't pour it up to the plains.
Nope.
So you need a wizard for that.
Even before that, I still liked them as DPS. I mean, they did a fairly decent
that's what I was going to say. DPS was a thing with druids back then, too.
But then you can't classify them as priest. That's what I'm saying.
But
like you're trying to classify them as a priest, but if they're actually
they're not classified as a priest though. They're classified as utility.
Yeah, I would go with utility more than anything.
Shaman is a priest type class,
if you look at
but it's more utility than anything else.
So when the game first came out, it was a priest class. Granted, players we classified as utility because that's what they are. Priests, druids, and shaman are utility
shamans
class.
are more of a utility, and bards are more of a utility class.
I mean,
bard is utility. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There is no other definition for them.
Paladins are kind of a priest class as well. They do get their heals.
They're a tank, but they're a hybrid.
Tank, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've always been really classified as a hybrid.
They have priest abilities, but they definitely are a hybrid tank.
I think the idea, the roleplay aspect of druids was more to be in line with nature than anything else. That's why you guys got those charm animals and...
Yeah, but when I think about a druid being nature and stuff like that, I think of healing. Like, I think of, like, using nature to heal you.
And they gave you some, just didn't give you the big ones.
Exactly. They didn't give me I'm just saying superior healing should have came a little sooner. Or a little in-betweener.
Right. And I think they somewhat agree with you. That's why they gave it to you at 51.
When you look at, what was it? The one expansion that came out after... Was it after Plains of Power? No, it was...
Lukland?
Yeah, it was after no, it was after Plains of Power. It was Yakesha. They actually made a questable druid heal spell that came in between greater healing and superior healing.
Yeah.
Wasn't Life Leech? Was it that ability spell too? Or was that a Kunark?
That's a Necro thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, Life Leech is Shadow Knight.
Oh, okay.
It's their one and only true life tap.
We so needed one, dude. All the stuff they gave to Shadow Knights was so gimp. It was just so messed up. I mean, it was just watered down to the extent.
It's a 250 hit point life tap, and that thing has saved my life since I've gotten it so many times.
That was questable, though, right? You had to do a quest to get it?
That's 6,000, or that's 3,000 plat plus the fact that you have to get a prickly pear from a terror near Vox's room, and then you have to kill the named at the end of the quest.
Yeah, so it was a quest then.
Yeah,
it's a decent quest. Memo makes a very good point.
Yeah. Druids use nature in healing and destruction. Nature can be nasty, like playing my druid as a wizard. You have some pretty good nukes with fast recast time. If you have the mana, you can still experience a lot on raids.
See, for me, when you get to raids, you're not really there to make experience. You're there to get loot.
Yep.
Somebody gets experience on raids, though.
Rogues.
Never the group I'm in. The group I'm in is the tanks and the healers, so they never get jack. But
Yeah.
No matter what group I go to with flip sides in a raid, they say, "Get in my group. We need experience." All right, I'm down for that. I need experience too.
What was the thing that druids got later on that followed them around, like that little orb of
The bear?
No, they got like a little blue, shiny orb that would follow them around. There's like an AA, I think.
I don't know.
You could even name it. Used to see those things following around druids all the time. You did get the little bear too, but I think this was something else.
You talking about the right game?
Yeah.
I don't think he is.
No, my brother had it, dude. I can't remember what it was called though.
I think your brother was incorrect.
Yeah, I never got a druid that high on live.
I mean, the highest druid I had on live, which we're talking when I was like 13, was 49.
Oh yeah, he got his maxed out. He even had his epic and everything, which is crazy because it took me a while to get mine.
Alright, anybody else have stuff they need to sell? Because I'm gonna get out here in a moment and sell.
I don't loot.
I haven't looted anything in a while.
Not in my nature.
Don't hurt yourself, Chuva.
I haven't looted much.
I guess I've been doing all the looting then.
Or I should say, I've looted, but I haven't picked up fine steel.
Right.
I used to be really mean on my Shadow Knight whenever I got into groups. I had a clickable message that said, "I do not loot. If there is an alpha, hand it to me. I don't want to be called a stealer or that I'm looting corpses that I shouldn't be." Something like that.
You just roleplay too much.
Yeah. People used to get upset about looting, though.
Huh?
This is true.
That's like it's like any rogue that went to that was in our group whenever we did high holds.
Mm-hmm.
They got chewed out if they tried to pickpocket because the goblins would say that they failed and people would kick them out immediately.
They get chewed
I was
out
like,
if-
I don't want to care about any of that. Just let me get experience and get out of
Or
here.
they get chewed out if an ear hasn't dropped in a while because they'll be accused of pickpocketing.
Yep. Well, see, that's one thing I will have to say is on live, and I know a lot of you guys don't like it, is the loot system. It automatically pops up a box, and everybody has to choose need, greed.
Yeah, that's
or
like
pass.
Everquest 2.
I mean, it's annoying, but like it made it a little easier.
That said, EverQuest 2 actually did it right. EverQuest 1's auto loot feature is the worst thing I've ever seen in a game.
That's what you guys say. The Everquest 2 one is beautiful, so I'm glad they got it right on that one.
All you have to do
It's
is
been
hit
so long
greed or
since I played
need.
EverQuest 2, I can't even remember.
It's just a window that pops up and says need, greed, or decline. There's nothing fancy about it. You just have to do it every single time, and
even if you need it, like for me, if it's not shiny and I need it, or if it's like a shiny and I need it, then I'll just need it. But if it's anything else like armor, I'll ask. I'll say, does anyone else need this? Because I know for me, a lot of times I won't need anything in EverQuest 2.
Right.
I'll just greed it and hope I win it if it's an upgrade.
a lot of people will just hit greed out of habit, anyways.
Yeah, it's like respect for the other people in your group. And no, go ahead, hit need if you need it.
But I don't think original EverQuest had the little message that told you what you looted, because I remember that being a thing where people were like, "Oh, what did it drop? What did it drop?" And you had to just hope the guy would tell you the truth. Oh, it was an FBSS, and not like trade in what he had for the stupid ring because he had like one on him or something.
Or 3 or 4 because that's what the normal loot is, or something like that.
Okay, we got a shaman coming to join us, and he says there's a couple shamans on the way that he can't get by. So if you could clear the route.
I could go pull him.
Yeah, if you could clear the route when you get a chance.
I'm at 3% mana.
Well, when he gets more mana.
Is this rooted?
Yeah, it's written.
Okay.
CC, baby. Woo!
My druid is about maxed out as far as abilities and clickies. Only thing I don't have is the ES legs for mana free heals. Oh man, I love those things.
I had to remember where I'm at in my Druid Epic.
You gotten the
I
corrupted
have a druid,
seahorse?
but I don't know. I don't know if I could do all 3 priest classes.
Why not? You did the cleric
I
one in
just
like an hour. 5 minutes?
I mean, my cleric. I love my cleric. The only thing I don't like about my cleric is whenever I group with a shaman and they make me feel like I need to be making a shaman because I suck.
What? The shamans only become that uber once they get all the really cool items like Torpor.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's when it's. I mean, they don't even have to have the greatest items. Once they get those spells,
Yeah,
the
but
game changes completely for them.
what's Torpor going for right now? Like 200?
No,
No.
it's
No?
like
80.
it's coming down.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like 90k.
Still, I mean, 90k is not cheap.
I mean, that's less than 110k.
I guess that's still 90k more than I got.
I'm just saying.
And to answer
You're
your
not
question,
trying out hard
AC,
enough, sir.
I am still missing the seahorse, the corrupted seahorse, corrupted shaman.
Everyone is.
Yeah, that's what I figured. The
It's like
seahorse.
the last thing people do.
It's such a long camp.
It is. I mean, first off, I hate going into Catch Keep.
I like it, but yeah, most people hate it.
It's so festive.
I hate trying to swim around in there when people. I was on Agnar and mages, and everybody else wanted their epic mob that spawned in there. Like I helped them a couple times, but then I was like, I'm done. Because there's a few times like.
Why would mages need help with their epic? All they need is another mage or 2.
Well, see, what we would do is we would do it, like we'd have people go into certain zones and check the zone ins, like before we did raids, and if it was an open world spawn, we would have the whole raid go through and get to it, and just clear it up, and then we'd go outside and go into the Agent of Change and then do Finny. And then then we would increase the chance when we go in and do Finny that the mob would be up again in the instance, and then we can go kill it again. So instead of like just one mage getting it, you can get multiple mages or multiple epic
Wizards.
pieces stuff. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, he has a chance of dropping multiple stats at the same time.
I've seen it. I've seen him drop a wizard and a mage staff, but I've never seen him drop the wizard and the backbone or the backbone and... No, I've seen him with the backbone and the water staff for the...
Yeah, I've seen the backbone of the water staff quite a bit. But when I got my staff on Athlar, I dropped 2 mage staffs. Which is cool, because both mages killing them, both of us needed it.
But the Agent of Change was nice because it literally put you right there above Finny.
Yeah,
So
it puts you right in the room.
So it's so nice. You don't have to do all that swimming around.
Agent of Change does that for all those instances, right?
Depends. Like Vox and Maggie, it just puts you outside the room, outside the giants.
Yeah.
You still gotta clear the giants and everything.
You gotta clear the giants.
Same with Vox.
I mean,
and
clearing the giants isn't a bad thing.
No. And then like the planes and stuff like that, they still put you in the zone in areas at the beginning.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to be going to the zone and...
Oh, you weren't doing that? I just told them you were clearing already.
Yeah, well, I am kind of. I'm just clearing the opposite direction.
Okay, that.
Well, this is from the nobles camp, so I mean, yes, I am clearing to the zone.
You can come that way then, yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you want to do that, he's a shaman, so he can invis. But he says there's other shamans on the route, so he can't get past those.
Mob see invis in here, yeah. Some mob see invis.
Yeah, I'll just go lull everything. You guys good? You got everything rooted?
I will.
All right.
His name is Shy.
You get one behind you.
Yeah. Let me know when this one's rooted, and I'll go get him.
I gotta kill VS.
Me too. You need to kill VS. Sorry, you don't need to kill VS. I need to kill
I'm just going by the wiki page. It just says VS. It doesn't say VSR or anything. It just says VS.
Yeah.
It's probably because it was made when VSR wasn't a thing.
Probably.
Correct.
Alright, well, if you do it, let me know if you need some help. I'd love to be able to catch that on footage.
Ooh, course.
I'm about to die.
Oh, dude, zone it. Zone it. Zone it.
Tell him to zone. Time to...
Alright, train to zone.
Yeah, there's a pet coming after you too, by the way. So get ready, guys. We're gonna have a whole bunch of...
Wow, this is crappy because there's a lot of people that are at the zone line.
Do you have a evac up by chance?
Yeah, evac loaded.
I can have one in a moment.
Yeah, if you can't pull that up.
Hold on.
Might want to have that
We got it.
faster than a moment because they're coming at you if they were even close to being hit by you guys.
They might not be coming. The pet might not have made it all the way.
Yeah, I don't think it did. Before you zoned.
Wow, that's as close as you can get it, man. Oh, don't sit down. Don't sit down. Oh my god.
Better play that heal song.
You see him there, Cypher?
Yeah, I see him. I think you said Shy?
Yeah.
That name sounds familiar.
Hey, it's not Shy Girl.
Okay.
Well, I guess it could be. I don't know. They didn't say.
Dang it. Click through is the pain of my existence right now. Stop clicking through.
Yeah, last time I talked to her, which was before all that flood and stuff happened, she was working on her Druid Epic as well. Imagine
That's
she
one of the
probably
things
has
I
one
would
now.
love to get done, but
It's a little time consuming.
for me, it's not so much as time consuming as the fact that, like, for the longest time, I can't, like, I was trying to do, like, a lot of it before I got level 50 and stuff like that, because leveling up with the Druid Epic makes it a lot easier, because it's a dot clicky.
Oh, and now that you're high enough level, you're like, well, it's nice, but I don't necessarily need it.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, it's not like the Cleric Epic, where it's a res. I mean, the Shaman Epic's cool, too.
I'm gonna get to level 60 before I get that sucker, you know?
Yeah, but it's a mana-free res.
Yeah, but it's not
Shaman
really...
Epic's a game changer, man.
That's gonna be cool when we can get that one, and I've never actually done any of the Shaman fights before, so...
There's only one fight, really.
Yeah, there's the dog one over in Mistmore.
That's not really a fight,
Black
though.
Dire.
Yeah.
So if you count all the stuff you got to do from the start, there's Black Dire, there is High Scale Kern, Netashir.
Should I pull, or are you guys still in low on mana?
I'm at 16% mana.
Alright, we'll wait for Cypher to get back then.
I just
And
did
Lord
top
Pack.
off Chupa though, so he can candy dance if he needs mana.
Dude, I'm golden.
Oh, well then I'll pull 2. Or not.
Bloop.
What happened out there, Cypher? Did you just get attacked by too many mobs?
I
Or?
have no clue where any of those mobs came from.
There's bronze on this guy here.
Okay, I'll be right there.
I see some bronze sitting over there on the floor, too. Well, I'm glad you made it out in time. That seemed like you were down to a couple %.
Yeah. Alright, I am now going to go into healing mode.
I really need to
did
get
he
some
make
better
it?
gear.
Did I lose him?
He's here.
Okay. Let me change before you shrink me.
Who's gonna shrink you?
Somebody
Nobody.
shrink me.
Nobody
not
wants
I.
to.
Must have been Shy.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there's a few pieces I need to update on my character here.
Damn it, I'll be right back, man. I'm gonna get a beer.
What do you need?
I really need a better neck piece. I got the Spider Fang Choker, and the only thing beneficial to me is the 20 mana. And then I have a Straw Spun Belt, which is just 10 AC. I have to upgrade one of my earrings too.
I might have a belt on my mule. have to
The one
check.
from Lower Guck would be okay. A little bit more of an improvement.
Because this is actually what you... I mean, this is nice.
Why not go up into the plains, like Plane of Air, and get yourself a belt?
That belt has to be quested.
I thought every class had a belt that dropped up there.
You think melee?
Melee.
You think the haste belt's for the melee?
Oh, okay. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.